Now that we've listened to the scholar explain the laws of nature and nature's God, we can go ahead and use our vocabulary resources on the side here. Okay? And we're also going to look at the pronoun that we have. So, and to assume among the powers of the earth the separate and equal station or same level, the separate and same level to which the higher power entitles them or gives or grants them. So if we substitute those simple synonyms in there, we just have to now figure out what them is referring to. And we're going to use a strategy we used previously. We're going to refer back to the context and look at the historical situation that's going on. So who was them in the previous chunk? Them was one people. Who was that one people that was being referred to? We identified that as the colonists. So we're going to take that note down, and then we can populate the paraphrase portion where we substitute all those synonyms to help build understanding. It says, and to assume among the powers of the earth the separate and same level to which the higher power gives the colonists. Okay, so putting all those strategies together, we have now applied all of these. Okay, so most recently we've done these bottom three. So what we're kind of reading out loud here is to take on the powers of the earth, the separate and same level to which the higher power gives the colonists. So to deepen our thinking around that text, let's take a look at an image. So let's do a little visualization. Which phrase in this quote, this is the chunk we're studying, which phrase connects to this image or this visualization? Okay, I think the visual is symbolizing two separate paths, which is connected to Jefferson's words separate. Okay, so you can see that that really stands out. To also build on that, we can see that they're kind of at the same level, and that is connecting to equal station. So I would say I think the visual is symbolizing that the two groups are going on separate paths, but they're at equal levels. They have equal status, which is connected to Jefferson's word equal station. Okay? So now that we've done a little visualization, that should kind of help us understand what is this phrase talking about. It is very hard to understand. It's not in a common English we use frequently, but I think we're ready to make some historical connections again to interpret what is this quote saying? What is this quote saying? To assume the powers of the earth and the separate and same level to which the higher power gives the colonists, what is that saying? So let's do a little author's meaning or a little interpretation to wrap this chunk up. Okay? So if we think about the context in which Jefferson is writing and who he's representing, which are the colonists, Jefferson is saying that God or our creator gives colonists the same status as the king. Okay? Or another way to put it is colonists can separate or split as a result of their equal level granted by the higher power. Okay? So what you notice here is I'm making some historical interpretations based on the context, right? I'm reading the text, but I'm also making connections to what's going on in history in that moment in time. I keep my highlighted terms highlighted so you can see where those ideas come from. Ms. Benish is not making up these ideas, right? They come straight from the original text, which is right here. Okay? And I also still have all my reading strategies that I applied. We're ready now for chunk 3.